Buenas and Hafa members and guests. Welcome to the Guam Chamber's virtual membership meeting. We are so pleased that many of our members are taking the time to join us this morning. This is without a doubt the most challenging economic period for our business community and the thousands of residents who rely on us for jobs. The Chamber has been working tirelessly on advocacy with the administration and legislature. Our Chamber team has worked hard over the past few months to provide relevant information, trainings, webinars, and other resources for our members. The staff have also established a regular roll call. This blast is to keep members abreast of openings, promotions, and other news to support our business community. Please continue to communicate with your suggestions and to just let us know how you're doing. We've heard so many of our business struggling and the frustration with our current situation. I'm pleased that today's speaker will focus on a new political action group that is pushing for our voices to be heard and for a legislative body that will take action to help our community. But first, I would like to recognize the chair of our nominating committee, Mr. Ernie Galito, who will present to you the candidates who are seeking election to your chamber board. Thank you again for joining us and for your support of the Guam Chamber. Ernie?
Hafade Toda Hamzu. Welcome to the chamber meeting once again. Thank you, Christine. So the 2021 Board of Directors election will take place on Wednesday, November 18th. We do it in person at the chamber meeting, regular membership meeting. However, because of COVID and safety measures, it will probably be done virtually. So we'll give you more information on how that will take place. Nominations from the floor will be taken on the general membership meeting on October 2nd. And we will introduce a slate of candidates at that meeting who have already confirmed their candidacy. The deadline for candidate information submissions will be 12 noon on Friday, October 23rd. And then the chamber staff will prepare a special election report newsletter on those board candidates who will be seeking their election. And it'll be sent to all the members on the 28th of October. For your information, and some of you may already know, that there will be 8 seats eligible for to be filled by the winning candidates at the November 18th elections. The 6 candidates garnering the highest number of votes will serve a 3-year term as director. 2 candidates garnering the next highest number of votes will serve a 1-year term as a non-voting alternate director. If you're interested in candidacy, we'll send you information which includes a signed affidavit with your consent to be a candidate, and also making sure that you are a current member of the chamber in the appropriate category for the company of whom you would represent. And also to make sure that your dues and assessments are current, and you have read and ascribed to the Chamber Code of Ethics. Part of the information that we'll be looking for will be a brief biodata of your curriculum vitae, and also a wallet-sized photograph, and then a submission of your candidate position statement, as well as a signed acknowledgement and understanding of the Board of Directors' expectations and job description. We have a very dynamic nominating committee, which includes myself. And if anybody should want to become a member or wish to nominate a member, you can contact me or one of our members, which includes Maureen Maritita, Candy Okahama, Mika Caldwell, Trina Cruz, or Joe Arnett. So if anybody has more information or needs more information or has a question, you can contact the chamber office or contact me. So thank you very much, and I'll turn it back to you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Ernie. Just a point of correction, our general membership meeting where the elections will take place is October 21st. We probably forgot to add the 1 behind the two in Ernie's briefing notes. So kindly note the membership meeting is October 21st. Please place it on your calendar and please make sure to vote. At this time, I would like to recognize Sandra McKeever, which is the chair of our community rally. And so, Sandy, take it away.
Half a day, everyone. Thank you. So I'm just very excited to have this membership meeting. It's been a while, and I am very excited to announce that we are Guam Chamber has decided to do a rally, and this is going to be held in October 14th, and we're going to be sending out information, and there it is on the screen. It's going to be October 14th, Wednesday, and there's going to be two simultaneous events going on at the same time. One is is a motorcade. So everybody will be in their cars. Some of you guys might be on your motorcycles. And it's going to be a great event that and let me back up a little bit. The purpose of this rally is we want to get together as a community. We've been suffering quite a bit, and people who have lost their jobs, who have been affected, their businesses that are closing. We as business owners and chamber members that have been having to deal with the impacts of a lot of the government decisions. So what we want to do is get together as a community. Sometimes when we get together as a community, it brings a little bit of healing. And we are trying to tell people that you're not alone. So a lot of people are wondering, am I the only one that feels like this, where we need to do something? And the answer is no, you're not the only one that feels like this. There is a large group of us that feel like this. And so Chamber has decided, your board has decided, we are going to move forward, and we are going to have this community outreach where we all get together and send a message to our government leaders saying, we need to do better. We need to do more. This is our island home that we live in, and we're going to fight for it. And so this will be a very peaceful, positive time that we can get together and send that message. So two simultaneous events that's going to happen. One is a motorcade from GPO parking lot. Showtime is 8:30. Go time is 9 o'clock. And we're going to lead down all the way to Marine Drive, and we're going to pass the legislature building on Marine Drive, past Adelup, and then we're going to loop around where PD, we're going to get more information to you, PD down Maina, and then from there you can either go back to your offices or homes, or you can also stop by the legislature building, because that's where the other event is going to simultaneously happen. And that is where there's going to be a group of people there, of course, with our social distancing protocols. We're going to have signs, we're going to have people speaking. And so you can participate in one or the other, or even both. So what we're going to do is be expecting a phone call. We're going to be calling you because we want commitments. Our board is committed. So every single one of our board, we decided to do this and we're behind it. So we want our membership to be behind it. So you will be getting a phone call from one of the board members and or the chamber staff, and we would like a commitment from you, because if you've ever complained about what's going on in this on this island right now, it's time for you to actually show it by coming out and participating. Tell your friends, tell your family, put it out on your chats. And we're really excited about this, and it's time, and I think it's going to be a great event. Thank you, everyone.
Absolutely agree. Sandy, can you also share who your committee members are, so that if people wanted to reach out to them or to you for more information, they know who the contact people are?
Sure. So we have Maureen Maratita, We have Mindy Uggan. We also have Kim Anderson, Chris Duenas. Who am I missing? Is that, did I get everyone? And of course, you can always contact Kat and Christine Belletto, and they'll direct you to the right people.
Great, thank you, Sandy. Okay, at this time, I'd like to call on our president, Ms. Catherine Castro, to do her announcements and updates.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Just wanted to say half a day and good morning to everyone. We really miss you. We wish this was a general membership meeting in person, but we'll take it any way we can. So welcome to all of our members who are with us virtually. Over the weekend, I'm not sure if you had a chance to take a look at our newsletter. We launched also a short member pulse survey to gauge your thoughts about how the Guam Chamber has been of assistance to you over the past several months, or whether you think, we could have done better. So we really wanted to get your thoughts and opinions on that. So please respond to the survey. And this will help us to plan ahead with the reality of living with this coronavirus pandemic. If you want to, you can look at that Sunday email or look out for new links that we'll be sending out to the membership very soon. And lastly, I wanted to reach out to you and let you know that the holiday season's just around the corner. And what we did is we just reached out very quietly to our Toys for Tot partners who have been really supportive of the program, just to see what everybody's interest was in a toy collection this year. I know that it's very, very difficult. I know that times are hard, especially now. But if you have any thoughts or interest in supporting the program this year, just let us know. Send us an email, give us a call, and we'd appreciate it. So thank you very much in reference and on behalf of the Toys for Tots program. So before we get started and introduce our guest speaker, we just have some housekeeping notes. So all of our participants are on mute for today's presentation, and you have the opportunity before the webinar gets started to send questions to Rebecca, and there's a question feature right there on your screen. And the Chamber team will pass these messages to the panelists who are guest speaker during the question and answer portion of the program. I'm happy to introduce our guest speaker today. She is not a stranger to the Chamber, having served as chair of the board twice, the first time in 2008 and the second in 2016. Her life as a banker has spanned over 37 years, retiring in 2016 from her position at First Hawaiian Bank as Senior Vice President and Region Manager. She and her husband are small business owners, and she continues to keep her pulse on banking as a chairwoman of ANZ on Guam. She additionally serves as the new executive director of Action PAC Inc. And she is here to provide the membership with updates about the PAC. I am pleased to welcome our speaker, Laura Lanzakanai. Half a day, Laura. Thank you for being here today.
Half a day, and thank you for having me. It's fun or interesting being back to the Chamber in a virtual meeting, because I do miss the actual meetings in a room with a buffet table outside. But with that, I thank you all for joining, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about the PAC. Action PAC Inc. was formed through many organizations, and it's been a long process. You guys all know as Chamber members how the Chamber has tried to work with our elected leaders. But over the course of the last several months through this pandemic, the partner organizations of the PAC, and these are the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, the Guam Association of Realtors, our Guam Chamber of Commerce, the Guam Contractors Association, the Guam Hotel and Restaurant Association, the Guam Women's Chamber, and the Korean Chamber of Commerce have all come together and formed a PAC. Our board members consist of members of the Chinese Chamber and the Guam Chamber of Commerce, and I believe it's the GAR, or actually that's our board right now, is Chamber members from the Chamber and Chinese Chamber. We have members contributing into the PAC, and together we have come as a united front also involving other non-chamber members who have joined, private citizens. And so we formed this PAC. And what we've wanted to do is push 5 initiatives through vetting our senator candidates and seeing which ones would support these initiatives. And these initiatives are what the PAC stands for. We want to right-size our local government. And this is not business community fighting government. We are in this community together. We work together, and we want to right-size the government where they can use their resources to the best of their ability. Efficiency, just how we run businesses. We put our resources where they need them. We need to do that within government, not figure out ways to tax businesses more and take more from a community that's already hurting and suffering. So we want to work on right-sizing our local government, improving the transparency in all levels of the government. We can't even get labor numbers past March 2019 because that's all that's available online. There's lots of other things that we can't find. We want this transparency. We want to be able to work together with the government. We also want to support our military buildup and diversify our economy and support a part-time legislation. And the lastly and most important, we want to roll back our business privilege tax from 5% to 4%. So these are the initiatives that the PAC stands for. And what we did is we vetted candidates. We sent out questionnaires to all the candidates to see who would align with these. We got 50% response rate from the candidates, and it was split. 27% was incumbent, 73% were newcomers, and then party lines, 27% Democrat, 73% were Republican. So from that, you know, we made a selection. There was 12 candidates that aligned majority with these and were willing to work with the PAC. We've also reached out because our member organizations are concerned that we didn't get a big participation. So we've reached out to additional, the 15 candidates to see if they would be still willing to work with us, because we want to work with who is willing to work with us. That's what the PAC stands for. We are working together with government. We want to effectuate change. And how we do this is electing the leaders who can support the business community. And we all know the business community plays a very, very important role in the economic survival of this island. It is jobs. And there's one thing what we need is help with our members is education, educating the public on also what businesses contribute to the economy, because it's always talked in the media about bad business, big business is bad. There's no big business on Guam. I'm sorry. We are all small business. And my business is not a small business. We're a mom and pop. You know, that's what we are on Guam. And all the businesses on Guam technically are small business. And they all provide jobs. I provide 7 jobs in my business. It's not a big business. There are companies that provide hundreds of jobs, but these are jobs within our island. And this is where we're hurting right now. And we need our government to work with the business community to help bring it back so that we can bring back the economy within our island. It's not how you can get more money from the businesses so that you can provide more services. You need to work with the businesses. So we all understand that we need to get the education out to the public so that we can get the leaders elected who can work and provide that. And how we're going to do that is through voter registration. We need to get people registered to vote. We need them to understand what the initiatives are and why they are important. And so that we need to push our voter registration. Make sure they do the research. Visit our Action PAC website. We are going to post, we have a flyer up there that has all the candidates that aligned with the PAC that met our deadline. We are going to put the questionnaires of all the candidates that responded so that you can see and see what they stand for. We also want to put the link to their candidate page if they have one available, so you can make an educated decision on these candidates. But it must be important. We must vote. We must vote for candidates that support what we want to do. So you need to take action now. Take action, Guam. Visit our website at www.actionpacguam.com. Sign up to be a member. Register to vote. Email us at takeactionguam@gmail.com if you want to find out more information. Follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram, and put our hashtags, hashtag takeactionguam and hashtag join the PAC. With that, is there any questions from our audience?
I'm not seeing any questions posted. Maybe Kat can chime in and see if something was submitted directly to the staff.
But this is really, really important. So I thank you for the opportunity to get the message out on the PAC.
Yes, so we are encouraging the members who are online right now, if you have any questions, to go ahead and post them on the question feature on your control panel. But we also wanted to bring folks to the PAC's website. We have the listing of candidates that are that the PAC has announced is supporting the initiatives of the PAC, and there should be links to their profiles as well as their responses to the PAC's questionnaire. So, and if you are interested in their responses, feel free to contact the PAC and we'll be happy to get those to you as well. But we tried to put them off on the website, so it's real easy for you to access, and you can look at everybody's responses. So again, if there are any ways that we can that you can, if you have any questions, please let us know. I know that there's a couple of questions here. One of the questions that we see is, how do we donate to the PAC? So
okay. You can make a check payable to the PAC Inc. and please drop it at the chamber office. We would accept all your donations and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Let's see here. I know that there was a question that someone had submitted to us. Let me check the email. Someone was mentioning that they sent us a question via email.
And if we're not able to get to your questions today, please feel free to reach out to Laura through the Action PAC email. And, you know, again, you can also contact the chamber office, and the staff there can direct you to any of the links or access points to communicate directly with Laura on any of the initiatives or any questions that you may have. And just, you know, a note from me, you know, as chamber chair, I get a lot of calls from our members and sometimes even non-members who are just frustrated with not having our voices heard. We have requested for the rollback of the GRT. We have requested a moratorium on the property tax increase that hit a lot of our businesses. Some folks out there think it just hit big business, but those big businesses supposedly, because as Laura said, most of us are small businesses, pay rent, and rental of office space, rentals of restaurant spaces, everything got affected by that. We went through a minimum wage increase right before we went into lockdown, and we're scheduled to have another one this coming January. Many of our businesses are closing, and many more. I mean, we need some type of relief. And, you know, the Action PAC is looking for candidates that are going to get in there and make a difference and listen to our pleas and work with us so that we get the lifeline, we get the support to weather this storm and bring our employees back to work. So I really encourage everyone, get involved. You know, if you can't personally get involved, the donations to help with the activities. And I feel like the best thing every member can do is to talk to their employees, to talk to their families, to talk to their friends, and ask them to vote, you know, with the recommendations that the PAC has made. Because if we continue with the way we've been going, we know for sure nothing's going to happen. So please take action.
Exactly. And,
We have some questions coming in here.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Is there an intent to push the legislature to establish a responsibility? Oh, wait, this thing keeps scrolling on me. Keep scrolling past, okay. Responsibility of actions performed by elected and appointed officials, which also must carry financial and criminal punishment. We want to do accountability after the election, but right now our goal is getting these senators elected. After we get past the election, the PAC will look at how we can also push other initiatives. But our focus right now is these 5 and this election. Let's see. Is there a plan for social media and advertising? Yes, we do have a plan. The board, I believe, is looking to review the final of that if it wasn't approved already. But we have a very aggressive social media and marketing or advertising plan. Is there a will to ease disposal of outdated equipment? Presently, GSA is the governing agency for disposal of any obsolete. Oh, this thing keeps scrolling past. Of obsolete equipment. Case in point, 2011, 2 gantry trains and 2 RTGs were declared obsolete. As of today, those 4 items are still physically at Port Authority of Guam. The cranes are close to the waterfront and should they be a natural disaster, one or could, yep, there's a lot of things. Let's see. One or both could possibly end up in the water. This would invoke major fines from the U.S. Coast Guard. Yes, it would. There's a lot of work we have to do with our government. But
Well,
yes,
and I think the important thing to note, I mean, there are many great organizations out there that have different focuses, whether that be environmental or, you know, social work issues. You know, there's a lot of different groups that also seek to put candidates in office that will help push their initiatives. But I think with the Action PAC, our focus is really on those 5 initiatives. That's the key for us. And so, you know, we're not the environmentalists or the GPA or whatnot experts. We'll leave that to them, and, you know, really focus on our key initiatives. And then perhaps, as Laura said, as we head into the next 2 years and the next election, there might be other platforms based on our members' suggestions that we help push. But I think for now, we're focused on the initiatives.
And because we're a PAC, a political action group, it's towards the election campaign and how we can get the leaders elected that would work with our community.
right.
And so electing leaders that would support certain things like that, that's probably in the future, but we got to get these 5 initiatives passed right now. These 5 is what we need. And as things progress, we can push for more. I'm sure your chamber will have plenty of suggestions and the other partner organizations. So I think I have my hands full right now. But I appreciate the support. And please get the word out, get everybody registered to vote, support our candidates.
Excellent. Thank you, Laura. We appreciate you taking the time out and coming and presenting to us. And, you know, again, for our members or anyone on the webinar, if you do have further questions, you know, please feel free to reach out to Laura through the email or, you know, visiting the websites. And, you know, I know there's ways to send questions to there. I'm not that technologically or social media advanced, but, you know, if you need help, please call our chamber staff or Catherine for more information.
I can repeat the website again.
Yes.
It's okay, www.takeactionguam.com, or
and then
email us at takeactionguam@gmail.com.
there you go, takeactionguam@gmail.com. Pretty simple.
Our website is Action PAC Guam, actionpacguam.com, and then email takeactionguam@gmail.com. So please, all sign up for the PAC. Join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. So that pretty much concludes our agenda. Madam President, do you have anything to add or any further business that we need to share with our members?
No, Madam Chair, we've made our announcements, and we just, we're open to hearing from the membership. If you have any comments or suggestions, please continue to send them via email or call the chamber office. We're always happy to hear from you.
Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. As Kat said, we miss our meetings. We miss seeing everybody and interacting with everybody, but we appreciate you taking the time out this morning to join us. And so, please answer your survey and continue to communicate with our chamber staff on any suggestions or sharing your stories. And we look forward to seeing you guys next month or being on another webinar next month. All right, thanks. Bye-bye, everybody.